Hello, Sharks. I am Jonathan Little, here today with another episode of Weekly Poker Hand. Make sure you check out the playlist on YouTube where we have all the past episodes of Weekly Poker Hand. There are a bunch of them. Make sure you check them out. Today, we're reviewing a hand from High Stakes Duel between the reigning champion, Phil Hellmuth, and the challenger, Daniel Negreanu. Phil Hellmuth keeps winning. How does he do it? I don't know. Phil Hellmuth, for those who do not know, wins all the heads-up matches. He has 15 World Series of Poker bracelets. That means he has 15 bracelets more than me. He has $24 million in live tournament earnings and uses his magical powers to know the right play the vast majority of the time. His opponent is a young wizard, Kid Poker. He has 6 World Series of bracelets, $42 million in live tournament earnings. And today, we're going to be looking at a spot from Phil Hellmuth's point of view. He has the aces, baby. There they are. Ace and the ace right there. He raises it up. Oh, wait. He doesn't raise. He limps. Phil. I'm going to tell you a little secret here. When you have the best hand, the aces, you want to make sure that you get money in the pot. And when you limp, it makes it a little bit tough. I have completely free GTO pre-flop heads-up charts for you. Make sure you download them at pokercoaching.com/HUNL. There'll be a link below this video to make sure that you get to play big pots with aces. Phil limps, Negreanu checks. Small pot because, let's get tricky trappy. Negreanu checks. Seems like a very nice spot to continuation bet using a medium bet size. Pot's 1,200. They have 71,000 behind. Hellmuth goes for a 600 chip bet. One big blind. Negreanu calls. Turns to 6. Negreanu checks. Seems like a great spot for Hellmuth to bet again using a medium to large bet size. Pot is 2,400. He goes 1,500. I might go a little bit bigger. You got to realize, whenever Negreanu check calls the flop, he probably either has a jack that's not going to fold, a 9 that's not going to fold, a 3 that's not going to fold. Do I have to keep going down the list? A straight draw that's not going to fold, a flush draw that's not going to fold. And if he does fold it for an 1,800 chip bet or a 2,400 chip bet, that is A-okay. You also have to realize when the pot is very small in relation to your stack. Notice pot's only 2,400 with 70,000 behind. When the pot is very small in relation to your stack, you typically want to bet bigger so that you can build a pot with your best hands, like the ace and the ace. Okay? Hellmuth goes 1,500 though, which is fine. Negreanu calls. River's a 5. A few draws get there, but not many. Negreanu checks. Hellmuth needs to go for a bet. He has the best hand the vast majority of the time. Lots of draws miss. Anytime lots of draws miss, and you have one of your best hands, you definitely want to be betting on the bigger side. In this scenario, you should value bet pretty much any jack or better, I think. I think that's a pretty reasonable spot to go for a pretty big bet size, and that is what Hellmuth does. GTO expert Phil Hellmuth goes 4,000 into the 5,400 pot. And now Daniel Negreanu raises to 17,000. 4.25 times Phil Hellmuth's bet. We have the ace and the ace. What do we do with the pocket aces? I want you to take a second, pause this video, and write what you would do in the comment section below with your pocket aces. Do we find the nitty fold? Do we use our magical powers to find the call? Or are we so confident in our reading abilities that we opt to put in the raise all in? Pause the video and write what you would do in the comment section below. All right, did you do it? I hope so. Going through this active learning process is going to go a long way to helping you improve your poker skills, which is what we are going for here. Make sure you check out my training site, pokercoaching.com. We have over 1,200 interactive quizzes to make sure you know how to play all the spots that you are likely to encounter at the poker table. Pokercoaching.com/free. It's completely free to give it a try. In this spot, I'll tell you what Phil Hellmuth did. He took his cards, the ace and the ace, and did fold. Took him about half a second to fold. His magical powers are so strong. He knows definitively that Negreanu is weak, tight. Even though he's young, he's an old man, he's not going to run a bluff. Take the aces, chunk them into the muck. Zoom, zoom, poker, baby. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And now, they moved on to the next hand. Nothing to see here. Nice, easy fold. Oh, Dale Negreanu had the king and the 10. For nothing. And he made Phil Hellmuth zoom himself right into the muck pile. Goodness gracious. Could you imagine taking your aces, kissing them goodbye, chunking them away, and moving on to the next hand, no problem. Thinking all the while, look at me, I'm so good at poker, I fold the aces in 1 second. But in reality, Dale Negreanu just bluffed us out of our seat. Your magical powers are not always going to succeed, and it's important to realize that. That said, I like this bluff from Negreanu a lot. You got to realize, Negreanu is actually stuck in this pot due to the amazing pot odds. Let's think about this hand, right? He just checked pre-flop, sure. Hand flops well. Check called the tiny flop bet with the gut shot, no regard, sure. Check called the small turn bet. Notice if he faced a bigger turn bet, it would have been a slightly dicier spot, but he's probably still not folding. Gets to the river, faces a polarized bet size from Hellmuth. And Negreanu told me on the interview on my YouTube channel, make sure you check it out at youtube.com/pokercoaching, that he thinks Phil Hellmuth mostly only plays big pots with the nuts. And if he doesn't have the nuts, he's just going to find a fold. Now, to be fair, if you watched High Stakes Duel on Poker Go, make sure you check it out if you have not, that Phil Hellmuth did run a lot of bluffs without the nuts. But anytime he got check raised on the turn or the river and faced a lot of aggression, unless he had a really good hand, he would typically just get out of the way. Hellmuth likes to be the one blasting it when he's bluffing. He does not like to be the one bluff catching so much. So it seems. And seems like Negreanu took full advantage of that. He put in the check raise, put in a big check raise. If you're going to check raise here, you got to go big because you are trying to get something like a jack or better to fold. It's hard to get most people to fold a jack, but if your opponent's capable of hand reading reasonably well, they realize, all right, my ace jack or my queen jack or my pocket aces could be beat here, then you get to bluff every once in a while. This is a spot where I have to assume, or I would think, almost no one bluffs here often enough. But when you're playing against a strong, world-class heads-up player who will get in there and battle with you, they will bluff you every once in a while, which is why you need to find some calls every once in a while. And to be fair, this pocket aces may not actually be all that great of a hand to call with because we block some of the bluffs, like the ace-x of clubs. They would very likely go for the bluff. That said, the ace-x of clubs may not even try to bluff here. It may just fold, whereas a slightly weaker club hand like king 10 of clubs, queen 10 of clubs, 10-8 of clubs, maybe these hands go for the bluff because they completely lack showdown value. And they block some of the hands like jack 10 or king 9 that have slightly weaker kickers. I don't know. It's a tough spot. Who knows what you're supposed to do here? This is a cool scenario, though, where I have to imagine Negreanu is either drastically over-bluffing or drastically under-bluffing. And if you know which one it is, you can just adjust accordingly and make an easy call or an easy fold. This time, though, zoom, Phil Hellmuth snap folded the aces into the muck, and they kept plugging along. That's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Weekly Poker Hand. If you did, do me a quick favor. Click like and subscribe below. Also, click the notification bell. Good luck in your games. Have fun. Take your time. Think things through. Don't stall the game and make it unenjoyable for everyone. But give your situation some thought. And maybe, just maybe, the magical powers will come to you too. Good luck. Have fun. And I'll talk to you next time. Howdy, partners. Station Master Little here with a public service announcement.
It's come to my attention that a few of you have become extreme calling stations. Now, I love calling. I'm the station master after all. But you can't call with queen high every time. Sometimes you have to fold.
Click subscribe to make sure you don't become a superstation.